What did you just say?
I said your dream stinks.
He said it again. Come here.
What up, Lumineers? This is Jake with Team Snuggly Duckling, and this is Tavern Talk. What episode are we on? I don't even know what episode we're on.
Eight.
We're on eight?
Tough.
Eight? Man.
Believe 8.
We skipped last week because we had a little tournament that we wanted to, host and do some streaming on, but we're back. And we got a couple of topics today that are sought after. A lot of people are talking about them. There's a lot of news going around in the Lorcana world right now, but we're going to focus on the news that we know. So, Worlds. When is Worlds, guys? When is Worlds? I mean, all we know is that the public is not allowed, and it's ruffled some feathers in the community nowadays right now. So we kind of just want to talk about what we think about it, and should people be allowed? Should there not be, the public allowed? What's your opinion? Maybe you have more thought for the player side, or maybe more for the whole event side of it. So I gotta start off, Jimmy. Go ahead and let's hear your take.
Yeah, so no public. I'm not a fan. I mean, I understand it. It's definitely cool for the players, I guess, to be able to play in that pressure environment without all the fans and that. But like, that's what makes it so good is all the cheering and everything. Like, and they've been through it before. All the DLCs, all the Nats. So yeah, I would have preferred it to be open to the public, just to make a spectacle of it, use a huge marketing opportunity.
Yeah, big marketing opportunity to make some money for Ravensburger and Disney. Making these bigger families and teams go to Disney, they're not going to not go to Disney World. Wouldn't it be a win-win?
It is the summer and it's already packed there. So I think this year they're doing it though. I think next year, after all the complaints and the fact they had to do it in June, I don't think they want to do it in June. I think they're going to push it back till maybe October, November next year for Worlds, and it'll be fully public.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, there's groups of people that definitely wanted to go to this thing and even planned ahead and bought tickets near or during the weeks that they even thought, just to maybe cancel in the end. But Jordan, let's hear your take. What do you think? No public people at Worlds, man. Like,
I think this was a logistical issue for Ravensburger because they went into last season completely unprepared, and this is a result of that. Them saying that you get whole new Worlds at side events. But now there's not going to be any side events because it's not open to public. They didn't know. They're flying by the seat of their pants right now. So this makes sense because it would be a logistical nightmare to allow just anyone to go because then the venue would be swarmed, I guess.
Yeah.
So they didn't think about that better. This is probably logistically what they had to do. Like they weren't prepared. So like. I think this isn't they don't think it will be successful. I think this is they are not prepared to deal with the logistics of 10,000 people showing up at the Worlds.
Do you think Disney World would ever be prepared at any point of the year, though? That's kind of one of my big questions. Disney World, are we always going to have Worlds at Disney World? And if that's the case, I believe going forward, we might not see locals or anyone be able to go other than the players that were invited through DLC nationals and stuff like that. So I hear you. Yeah,
I don't hate that idea. I don't hate it being private, but like they obviously had some stuff that they wanted to do for Worlds that they couldn't do that they probably could have done for like nationals or EU nationals that hopefully in the future they'll end up doing.
Yeah.
And now they know that, like, logistically, this is probably a nightmare. They probably came to Disney and were like, hey, we're going to have the tournament. We're going to think this many people are going to show up. And they were like, that's in the middle of the busy season. You're crazy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
All right. I hear you. Yeah, logistically, it is tough to fit a large crowd upon. There's probably like marathons, cheerleading competitions, you name it. There's always some type of big group of something going on at Disney World, especially during the summer when all the kids are off of school and stuff like that. So it's a rough time for them to try to plan an event there. I would say even at any point of the time of year. But Robbie, what's your take? Let's hear what you
So,
think about no public.
I mean, I don't necessarily love it, but I completely understand it because I think from day one, and I think we all kind of realized this, Lorcana has outpaced itself in terms of popularity. I think more than what anybody on any Ravensburger team or any executive in Disney when they first started this thought it was gonna be. Like it's been, I mean, first DLCs, but it's only supposed to be what 1,000 people,
Yeah,
and then 2 weeks later they doubled it,
yeah,
and then
2000.
that filled up super fast. Like that was if you didn't get a ticket for that, that was hard getting tickets.
Yeah.
Seattle all sold out in like 15, 20 minutes. It's not even that. If you didn't get a ticket real early on, you didn't. I just think it's outpaced itself so severely fast that you see in the repercussions of that. And I don't mean negative repercussions, but like you've seen the repercussions of like Jordan saying like they were like gotta do worlds in the middle of January, which in the middle of June, which again you have the wide world of sports, ESPN plays. They do travel ball for soccer and baseball and cheerleading, and they do all of this. They have the event centers there. They have the ability to do these big tournaments here for even stuff like this. But with it being the time frame it is, I don't think it's a possibility. I
Yeah.
do think that you possibly see worlds in the only semi-slow time that anybody considers it a slow time, which is usually about somewhere between the first and third week of September, because you have kids go back to school, and then
Yeah.
right after what is it, Labor Day, everyone it kind of slows down a little bit. So I think you'll see worlds around then because November. If you've been in Disney World in November, it's ridiculous, right? Anywhere from
From
Mickey's
Thanksgiving
Not So
on.
like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, which usually comes out in September, to the Mickey's
Christmas
Christmas,
parade.
which is now holiday separation,
Yeah.
holiday celebration, is packed. Like it does not slow down. So I think you'll see it. I just look, and could be wishful thinking, but I think it'll be right around September to where that's like the only time they don't have big sport events, D23s, kind of somewhat, right around that. I think it's right around that time. I don't remember the exact. I think D23 maybe in August. I think it is. So D23 would be passed. So I think you would get through that also, and then have a somewhat of a lull, right? Because everybody gets through all of the summer holidays. I mean, I would love for. I mean, look, I would love to be able to go whenever they do have worlds. I would
Yeah.
love to be able to go,
Yeah.
but I also understand the limitations they have, how fast Lorcana's grown in a very minute amount of time.
Yeah.
That I understand I understand the decision and I respect it.
Well, with my final thought on that is I think it's very, very respectful to the players as a whole. These players have gone through hell through these DLCs, and even I mean Nationals was pretty well done, I'd say. Um, but these DLCs were rough. Some of them extremely rough to deal with, and to give them just the respect that they deserve for the players they are. I really think it's a good thing that they did cut the public. You always have other teams not heckling but cheering on and all that stuff. There's always a lot of noise in the background with all the side events and stuff like that going on, all the vendors and stuff. With this is more of like a respectful, this is the championship of the world, like this is the respectful few players that whatever they say is probably right. So I like that they gave them the respect of that. I do hope that they're allowed to bring at least 3 to 4 of their family members, team members, anything on those lines. I really hope that um, they allow the players to have some type of support with them while they're there, and it's not just like a feeling of just competition, pure competition, no like enjoyment or no like no support. So I hope that they do that. Obviously, they didn't announce anything about that. The players that are probably invited know probably more about that, could probably answer it further down the line, but yeah, I think it's respectful. I think it's a very respectful call. It might piss off people that wanted to go side events or just go watch and stuff. I understand that, but these are the guys that like played their asses off, like really played their asses off. So I think it's the right call. It's just overall the right call. So that's all we have to say about about Worlds. But we're gonna talk about another event that, would y'all say, baited us? Just straight baited the whole community, saying, "Come to this event, and Worlds is nowhere near. Don't worry about it. Just come to this event." And who knows when if it is or not. But in Fort Worth, their PPG is hosting a, what is it, a 15K, right, and a 5K. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think it's a good move? Do y'all think that PPG, is it going to be a good tournament to go to? Is it going to be a good showing with possibly the people from Worlds not wanting to attend this because it might be close to Worlds or something like that? What do you think, Jordan?
I think, what is it? It's July.
Yeah, it's July 20. No,
It's July 4th, right?
July 4th
5th?
weekend.
July
5th? Yeah, I think I'm going for sure.
Oh.
And I think that seems kind of late for Worlds, so I think anyone that's at Worlds could probably make that.
Yeah.
Just a hunch. And I think that it's good that other tournaments are making like big events, like 15,000. That's pretty good. That's enough to get me to go out there. The problem with like some of these events, like they're high stakes, but like it's like the EV's not there.
Yeah.
To like really travel to a 10K in Atlanta. If you spend $500, then you have to top 1 out of 2 to like make it. But like 15, now we're talking. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit,
Yeah.
that gets people going. And
Yeah.
I think it's cool that while Ravensburger is dropping the ball again on announcing DLCs and having DLCs and haven't had a DLC in presumably like almost a year, I think it's cool that the community is taking it up upon themselves to make these cash tournaments that facilitate like a competitive level of play.
Yeah. Yeah. Jimmy, what you think about the tournament, man? Do you think it's a good call? Do you think there's going to be a big showing of like, I don't know, is this during the rotation or anything? Oh man, we're gonna have to, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
What rotation? What are you talking about? There's no
Possible-
rotation.
They're talking about
of
it's a
Worlds
possibility.
I
and
mean,
Yeah.
there's a possible
tournament,
rotation in every card game we've
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
played. So
And
it's just
Magic, like 2 year rotation, that
logical.
sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
they're
like
gonna do one.
it's
Jimmy,
logical.
what do
that
you
it
think about
happen.
the tournament, man? What do you think about the PPG tournament?
I mean, it's another big tournament. I mean, they'll probably get a few hundred. I'm not sure what travel's like. I guess it's Dallas, so it's a hub airport, so it might be cheaper for a lot of people from bigger cities.
I looked up 2 tickets there and back, $389. But those, yeah, I think it was $389 from Southwest. So if anybody's watching from our area, and you probably just cut that straight in half, maybe a little bit less in tax, you're looking at probably around like 180, something like that.
Yeah, I looked from just flying out Friday and come back Sunday, since like I don't have any days off for work the rest of the year. And it was like 230, so I'm probably not gonna go
Oh no.
because like Jordan said, the EV is not there. These are really top heavy events. Like the 10Ks, they pay top 8, top 16. You're playing at 300, 400 people, probably.
Yeah.
And there's no side events. There's no prize wall, so that you can't make your money back that way.
Yeah. There's
So-
just other game
Yeah.
being played.
Also,
There's Go ahead,
uh,
Jordan.
I like to say that like the EV has to be there for these tournaments to work, but also the level of competition is just outrageously more high than a standard DLC. They
Yeah.
have a very strong concentration of the best players in the world going to these cash tournaments. Like in the SSG that I top at, I played against 6 people that had made day 2 of a DLC
Wow.
in that tournament, and
Yeah.
like the amount of concentration of like good players that are traveling to these, like that even lowers the EV. It's even beyond like just the money value, but like you're playing much stronger opponents, which is good if you want to level up
Yeah,
and play
absolutely.
more, but they
Definitely.
tanks the EV.
Yeah, some of the best players I've actually played were all at the last 10K I played with a couple of 'em, a Maelstrom player, a SSG player, and like I think another team from like Colorado or something, or I think Kentucky, maybe I was wrong. But yeah, so Jimmy, do you think it's worth it? Do you think these tournaments are worth going to? The travel, the amount. If you let's just say if you are traveling, do you think it's worth it?
Probably not. Like not from a money standpoint.
Yeah.
From a practice standpoint, from getting experience to play at high stakes to potentially, for the DLCs and stuff like that, so you can actually qualify for Nats. Definitely worth it. But like if it's within better driving distance, I would probably definitely go. But taking a flight, hotel, it's just too much.
We might Airbnb up, man.
I know.
Ranch house.
Yeah. All right, Robbie. What do you think about the event? Is it worth it? Are you going? How do you think it's gonna go?
I think
Ooh.
Jordan's gonna win because Chance is not going. No, I'm kidding. But like from a purely like hustler standpoint, I respect PPG because they know people want big events. Ravensburger themselves has been, Lorcana has been wildly quiet about everything. So like they're capitalizing on a missing opportunity by Ravensburger,
Yeah.
right? Like we all, like I mean, all of us want to go to big events. Like we just got back from CCS. I did terrible in the main event, but then I did somewhat decent in the Sunday event. I think it was a 3K or the 5K Sunday. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play both events. I'm gonna play the 5K and the 15K.
Yeah.
Because I have vacation time, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna use it. And
Is-
it'd be just good to get away for the weekend.
yeah.
Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff that happens between then here and there. I could end up not going, but as of right now, it looks like I'm
Is,
going.
is PPG based in Dallas?
That's a good question.
I think they're in the Midwest somewhere, like Kansas City or something
Okay.
like that.
Really?
Okay.
The
I was wondering
only-
why it's in Dallas.
The only thing I didn't like, and I'll even bring up because I think CCS just announced they're gonna have a big thing in June, correct?
an 8K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could
only
possibly
thing I
reach
don't-
the 10.
The only things I don't like is I feel like whoever's putting on these events don't have a calendar, or at least don't know what goes on around those times. Because who books one during Mother's Day and the other one, or during Father's Day and the other one during the 4th of July? That's off to me. Like that was a little like,
Well, people have
of all
off,
the
I guess,
times.
maybe, but are they
Yeah,
going to
but-
come spend their vacation at
Yeah.
playing Lorcana and Lorcana? You
and
know
that's
what
my
I mean?
thing. It was like I don't think you're gonna get a lot of like family more oriented players. Like Zach Bivens got kids, got a wife, and a kid. Like he's not. I don't see him like missing Father's Day with his own children to go play Lorcana and then missing 4th of July. Granted, he's a very good player and can win a lot of money, so maybe it's different for him. But like the Father's Day one, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to that one. 4th of July one was even hard, but I mean, I understand them completely capitalizing on an opportunity that's being missed by Ravensburger by not having, like, the only thing we have is set champs and nothing else. Like you have regular league, but I mean, even the tournaments we have here are all tournaments we've put on. Like
Yeah,
we as a
pretty much.
team have put them on, like the tournaments that are around here. So I get it, but I just really wish they'd pick their dates a little bit better.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say though is that we seem to be kind of lucky in this. That it seems like we're going to consistently have games or tournaments in Miami.
Yeah.
We're going to consistently have cash tournaments in Atlanta. If we're consistently having cash tournaments in also Dallas and also Arkansas with the Arkansas guys, because they're just announced an 8K, then down New Orleans, we're pretty lucky. We're pretty lucky that
Yeah,
if we want to
yeah.
go, we can go to these tournaments for. If we can get it on the cheap, we can go for like $100, $200, and then, just go.
One day we'll have a 5K in New Orleans, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna
Tough.
get it. But
I
yeah,
think I have one in Homa before.
Homa.
I'm warning you now. I'll make sure I do one. Even if it fails, I'll do one in Homa before y'all do it in New Orleans.
Hey, people are gonna come. I mean, everyone loves the money. Everyone wants, it seems like the box tournaments and case tournaments, there's always like a good crowd of people that go, but I don't think it attracts all the pro players like these 10 and like I'd say 8 to probably 15K tournaments like usually attracts every pro player in the whole United States, sometimes even internationally. Eventually that will catch up and we'll have these, the international players coming over here to our DLCs and stuff. I don't know. I believe they're probably gonna have to speak English just like we would have to speak their language if we went to theirs. So we'll see. There might be a good mix in the next couple of seasons of Lorcana. But we're gonna talk about championship season. Who's winning it? What colors are winning it? Our locals, who do we think is going to win this particular weekend, and what style of deck they're playing. Let's just go through it. Robbie, you can start us off.
Where Chain's going?
He's going to Gamers, I believe, on Sunday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Emerald Steel's going on Sunday.
Oh, he's saying Gamers Paradise players, the BR, don't stand a chance against Chance.
I don't know. This is very I will say I've practiced a little bit. I've practiced a little bit of everything, and it almost feels matchup based.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel like if you have two people who are very good, the person that has the deck that is probably just a tad bit more favored into the other deck is probably going to pull out the win. Because there's been a couple of times.
If it's best of 3, whoever wins the die roll, even if it's a fair matchup, typically wins.
A much better shot.
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird, ever since they banned Flavor Sham, weird decks that I was like, that's never going to come out. Look at Chernodogs. Chernodogs is blowing up right now.
Yeah.
Now there's this new version I've been seeing with Clarabelle in it, which has kind of caught me off guard because then they will use the Chernodogs to empty their hand to play a Chernobogs, and then they only have 1 card or 2 cards in the hand, and Clarabelle refills their entire hand. And I'm like, that's wicked.
Pretty good. It's hard to stop the draw from the Clarabelle because it happens.
Yeah, but I think you'll see so many different versions of decks come out. I think you're gonna see a lot of. I think you see a lot of different stuff. I don't think how you've always seen Purple Red top these 4 tournaments here, or Steel Song top these 3 here. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be all over the place. Inconsistent. Yeah, it's gonna be a spectrum of colors. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if you saw a couple of blue greens win. I think because people are gonna, because we all play against each other a lot. So everybody's gonna show up to what they're gonna try to tech into what they think is gonna show up. Then everybody's gonna see something else showed up. So the next weekend, everybody techs what they saw and tries to change it up a little bit, and then something completely different shows up, and the tech changes for a solid 4 to 5 weeks over here.
It's like an evolving meta.
What we have 15 set champs over the course of 5-ish weeks. It's a lot, huh?
It's like I thought it was only 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's 4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks. So
we got a lot of.
Have is 8 total, right? Is that
there's
right?
There's a couple of days we have 2 the same day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I would say at least 10 to 15, somewhere in between. I'm gonna count the number later. But so I think you're just gonna see a lot of different stuff. I don't think there's gonna be one consistent thing other than Chance.
Yeah, other than Chance. All right, Jimmy, what do you think's gonna conquer these championships, especially around here? Let's hear it. Let's hear what you're playing.
I'll get into what I'm playing. There's a ton. There's gonna be a ton of purple steel, a ton of red purple, some steel song for sure. I think there's gonna be the 3 top played decks in our local area, and then there'll be red, blue, green, yellow. Every other color will be played. But yeah, I think most likely purple steel will be like that tops the most. I don't know if it wins the most, but it tops the most,
Yeah.
is my guess. As for what I'm playing, I'm taking a different approach this set champs season.
You don't have to tell us. You don't have
And
to
I'm
tell
having the people vote on what I'm playing.
He did.
Oh,
And our
for
Discord.
week 1 in the Discord, I had put up a poll to the 2 decks I'm playing this weekend. So I'll be playing green red. Thanks, guys. And red blue. So at least I have a chance to win a card. I have spent way too many hours trying to make a red green deck viable. I think I've cracked it.
He's a saint.
But so I'm gonna do it for the whole set chance season. So what's today's date? Like
Today's the 30th.
Yeah, so May 2nd through 4th, I'm gonna put up another poll for I'm gonna play next week at Go For. So
Yep.
there will be one choice, and I'm gonna take out red, blue, and green, red. So I play a different color combination every
week.
and I'm gonna play 5 total. I think I can go to. So
That's a plan.
we'll see how it goes.
That's really interesting, and like I love that take. I'm not voting. I'm not looking. We're just gonna play it out. You know. I don't want to tell you what you're gonna beat me with. Like that's disgusting.
Yeah, you
Like,
better be voting. I've
All
already
right.
put time into brewing a blue yellow deck because I assumed it would be the first thing I voted, but it wasn't.
He's cooking, bro.
We just put them on the old my old good colors right there. The chain gang right there. And look at that blue steel chain. Look at that thing. That thing's so dope. You should play blue steel. You wouldn't stand a chance. You won't stand a chance unless you play like Steel Song every game in a row. But
Get in the Discord, vote for it.
yeah.
Yeah, vote for it. You gotta vote for it, Jake.
I voted green red. I just be honest
I voted red
with you.
steel, I think.
I knew if anyone can do it, it was Jimmy. He was gonna show up with a sick green red aggro deck, and I was like gonna steal it after.
Oh my gosh.
It
All right,
definitely
Jordan.
went in a direction I did not expect it to go, and the deck is pretty random.
All right. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll report back next week, obviously, on all the winnings of the weekend and stuff like that. But Jordan, what do you think's gonna conquer this weekend? What do you think's gonna come first place? Get that mat, that beautiful mat.
I think that this is a wide open metagame. Any deck's viable. At the top of the metagame, you've been seeing like success with like these big purple decks, like the Shark, Red Purple, and Blurple. But I think both of those decks, well, Blurple specifically has a really bad matchup against aggro and Steel Song. And I think that Red Purple's matchup is also not that great. So like, there's counters and there's enough people playing Steel Song that I don't think that the purple decks are gonna get out of control. I think people are gonna stick with Purple Steel because it's safe.
Yeah.
Whether it's the best, most powerful, it's not. There's other
Well, it's
things
not
that are
safe
more
with
powerful
Blurple
stuff.
all over either.
Wait, what?
The purple steel is not really too safe with all the Blurple around anymore.
I mean, you can rush down Blurple with Purple Steel.
Yeah, you can.
So I mean, I don't know. It's a wide open metagame. I'm currently thinking about 4 different decks for the season. I want to play yellow purple. I
Okay.
want to play items. I want to play green yellow because I have a feeling that if they have a rotation at some point, I won't be able to play it much longer. So I want to play it. And then there's musings in my mind about playing Churna Dogs. We'll see.
Mmm.
We'll
Trina
see.
dogs, eh?
Yeah. I want to play Maurice's Workshop deck though for sure.
All right, so who's topping the most? What color base? What you call it?
Green steel, and it's only going to be Chance.
That's it? He's just gonna green steel?
No one else plays Diablo in Louisiana, so I don't know.
That's normal. That's normal though. How many set champs he wins?
You can't
2 or
play
3 each
Diablo
set?
in this climate. This climate is so evasive. It's insane.
Everyone be evasive.
Chance.
Everyone keep doing that.
Like, I don't know how to say this, but like Diablo's like we were all worried about Diablo because of Hiram being gone and it being the best draw engine, but we found out that like all along Rabbit and Genie has been here and Friends is here, so like
Who won our tournament? Out of curiosity.
they didn't go into a top cut, but he had the best record.
He was undefeated.
won.
We all called it.
He was undefeated. He didn't lose a game.
He wasn't gonna stop. He was gonna keep beating everybody. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's no doubt in my mind.
I hope that did happen in another dimension, but probably not. But we'll go on.
It almost happened in this one.
I'm gonna say that Purple Steel is the most consistent deck in the meta right now versus.
I don't think it
everything.
wins the most.
It does not win the most. I won't say it will win the most because there's a very few of us that play it down here, and the people that do play it, there's quite a few really good Purple Steel players.
They're not good at it.
The people that play it have been playing it for a while, so I think that there's a chance that there might be one or two Purple Steel tops in this season at least. I think Steel Song is going to take it all. In most of these tournaments, I feel like we have the biggest Steel Song presence down here when it comes to player base, and a lot of them are pretty dang good with it. They know to wheel when you got those B preps and when they have your genies in your hand, and you can't really come back after that. Lose 2 or 3 of your Hades for Blurple. It's just a rough deck to play against, and it's such a consistent deck regardless if you're playing the ally build with Bianca, or you're playing Gastons, or you're playing Shift Robin Hood. There's all kinds of versions that are working, some playing Maurice, some not. There's, I don't know, all of them are good, and it really, they just kind of tech for their locals, and I believe that our Steel Song players are good enough to tech for our locals to know what they're up against. So I really think Steel Song in our area will take the most. Overall, I think the red-purple evasive deck will take the most tops if we look at a broader spectrum of things, like the red-purple evasive Maui with Peter Pan Shadow, Finder, or is it just Peter Pan Shadow, or is it Finder? I don't remember. It's a 3-drop one that's super annoying, and it's a must-kill. If I give you any advice this weekend, kill that thing before Shark hits the field. All right. Yeah. So that's my take on it. I think red purple is probably the most consistently going to be played around the US. So I think it's going to win the most. But who knows? We'll see. We might be surprised this set. But that's about all we have to talk about. We're going to talk, a little short amount about our X page and our Facebook. We're about to put out a giveaway soon here, guys, and we're going to be posting it online, and we'd like everyone to take a chance at winning a very, very special mat made by Matify. They gave it to us for one of our tournaments. We raffled it off. The guy that won it, he's an amazing dude. We always talk about him. His name's Chance. He wins all the tournaments too. He wins all the raffles. He's so lucky. It's so crazy. Anyways, he gave it back to us to re-raffle, and I guarantee you, he's gonna and refollow and repost it and win it back. He's gonna win it back. We're gonna run it back twice. I guarantee it. But we'll see how it goes. We want everyone to have a chance at it, though. So make sure when we do post it up, we're going to make announcements on our Discord. Probably you're not in our Discord. If you are, you should be. And if you see it on, X or Facebook, follow the instructions, and you get a chance at winning a very custom-made Big Crab Tomatoa with the red and the blue icons from Lorcana, right?
Yep, red, blue.
Yeah, it's a really cool mat, guys. It's if you like Tomatoa, if you like red, if you like blue, if you just like Tomatoa, or if you like Moana, it's a really dope mat. So we really appreciate Matify for giving it to us to donate and use it at any way we want it. We didn't think we were going to see it back, but it came back. So that's about all we have today, right? That's about it, guys. We got a short day. A lot of news that happened this week, but we're gonna cover what we covered today. So I really appreciate all y'all coming out. Jimmy, Jordan, Robbie, y'all are a blast. It's always a fun time on Tavern Talk, and we appreciate all y'all for coming out and viewing the video. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if it's your first time watching us. Follow our Facebook, follow our X. I know I said this, but I'm gonna say it again. So yeah, we appreciate the follows and views. And till next time, Tavern Talk, episode 9 next time. Yeah, we're almost 10. Deuce.
Peace.
Under the beams, where the shadows dance, a tankard of ale in each eager hand's chance. The snuggly duckling, a haven so bright. bright, with laughter and cards under candlelight. Shuffle the deck, let the fortunes unfold. In the snuggly duckling, their stories retold. With kings and queens and a jokester's cheer, this merry old pub will always hold dear. Rogues and knights with a glimmering eye bet their last coin as the moments fly. The jester hums tunes, the wench taps her toes. A world full of mischief where anything goes. Shuffle the deck, let the fortunes unfold. In the snuggly duckling, the stories retold. With kings and queens and a jokester's cheer, this merry old pub will always hold dear. With a glimmering eye, bet their last coin as the moments fly. The jester hums tunes, the wench taps her toes. A world full of mischief where anything goes. Shuffle the deck, let the fortunes unfold. In the snuggly duckling, their stories retold. With kings and queens and a jokester's cheer, this merry old pub will always hold dear. Pass me the cards and a swig of your brew. Aces to dragons, we're breaking through. The firelight flickers, the stakes run high. This game of the daring neath the darkened sky. The snuggly duckling, where whispers converge, tales of old glories and heroes emerge. The cards hold their secrets, your destiny's fate. A knave could be royal if fortune creates.